Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're here at the end of the 24-25 season. So we're going to recap what went on in the 24-25 season in terms of various competitions, transfers, kind of player stats, and all that good stuff. So let's see if I can figure this out. Notifications, office, standings. Here we go. Select. Oh, that's fancy. Alright, yeah, so we're going to start off the kind of league standings and stuff, various competitions. Kind of thing that takes the bulk season, obviously, is the League One season. So we're going to start there. As you can see here, we finished second to PSG, who, much like in real life, ran away with League One. I don't know if they actually were invincibles this season, because I don't like PSG, so I don't really care if they were invincibles or not, but I'm pretty sure they might have been. I don't know. But yeah, they ran away with the league. We finished second on 69 points, which was tied with Monaco, but we had the superior goal difference. Goal difference at 32 to their 23. So we finished 19 wins, 12 draws, 3 losses. Pretty solid record. So yeah, so we're good enough for a Champions League spot. So the Champions League spots are obviously PSG, us, Monaco. Looks like Lyon got Europa League, and then Nice got the Conference League spot. And then in terms of relegation, I go down here. Toulouse is in the relegation playoff, and then Angers and I can't pronounce French words. Havre finished bottom. Oh dang. Toulouse and Auxerre were like on the same amount of points, but Auxerre had the superior goal difference. They survived there. So that's kind of that, the main competition we were in, obviously. If you just look at the pick competition button, next thing is the Coupe de France. So as you can see here, well, see if we scroll back, I guess. Kind of spoiled things there, but is what it is. So around at 32. So this season, Lille made it to the round of 16 before losing to Dunkirk on pens. So how do we do this? We probably got spoiled, but whatever. Second round, we got matched. What the promotion playoff? That's not what I. Oh, oopsies. I used the wrong button. Um. Ah. Oh, stupid. Okay. Where are we? Did I miss this? There we are. So we got matched up against Red Star, which is a second division side. Won that match 1-0. The goal from Sahrawi, with I'm guessing Harrelson providing the assist because he was player of the match. It's a crazy match. We had 10 shots, they had 12 shots, kind of absolute madness. Round of 16, we ultimately fell in real life. We got matched up against PSG, and we won on pens. As you can see here, 4-2, which is pretty dope. So we knocked PSG out, so we kind of took out the biggest boy in the competition, so that made things easier. Quarterfinals, we got matched up against Stade de Reims, which then, because we got to this stage, I had to do the classic look up the results of past matches and use that to kind of check in the randomizer and see what we get. So we got play. So we won 3-1 with goals from Haraldson, Akpom, and Jagrova. And Nabil Bentaleb providing an assist, with Haraldson being man of the match. Semifinals, we got Monaco, which that was the draw, so I slow simmed it, and that they took the lead, I was going to try and draw, and all that. But we took a nice 3-0 victory home with a goal from Jagrova and 2 from Akpom, so Chuba Akpom was man of the match. And then in the final, let's see, here we got matched up against Marseille, so either us or Pierre Hoybier, we're going to pick up a Coupe de France. But as you can see here, finished 1-1 as I got draw as the thing, so they scored first. I responded with a goal from Jagrova. We went the whole rest of the 120 without any other goals. Made it to pens, and we won the penalty shootout. So, yeah, after trophies, another one-year wonder Kit Quest because we managed to win the cup in their first season here. So in terms of other competitions, let's go playoff promotion final. No, so Paris, I see almost got it, so it's going to either roll for Toulouse, but that's not really of much concern. But that's like preseason. There we go. The Super Cup. So looks like we got Atalanta triumphing over Real Madrid. So I'm kind of updating my spreadsheet as we go here. And I have to change the formatting on some of the cells because sometimes you like make a copy of spreadsheets, it doesn't seem to like really keep the formatting as it should. So the Super Cup, so I was at I can't I caps lock at Atlanta beat Real Madrid 4-2. There's the Champions League, as here another spoiler there, but let's go to the league phase. So as you can see, we finished third in the league phase with 5 wins and 3 draws for 18 points. So Dortmund and Inter are the ones who finished above us, finished tied on points with PSG, but we had superior goal difference by far. So we obviously then, because we finished top 8, we skipped the playoff. And made it straight to the playoffs. So let's check that out. So Bayern and Girona, Bayern won that. Monaco and Sporting, Monaco won that. Sparta Prague and City, City won that, unfortunately. And then Leipzig and Villa, RB Leipzig won. Oh, Jesus. Keep doing this. How do you... there we go. Milan smashed PSV. Atletico beat Shakhtar. Juve beat Stuttgart. And then Atalanta beat Leverkusen. So in terms of... In the Champions League, obviously, Lille did finish in the top 8. They finished 7th in the top 8, 16 points. Then drew Dortmund in the round of 16 and lost 3-2 on aggregate. So here we go. We've got round of 16. There we go. We got Atalanta. So first leg was the away leg, which they drew. So I did the whole draw thing. Kind of slow stand. We scored with a goal from Alexandro. Won that leg. Kind of took a 1-0 lead into the home leg, which then I quick simmed because of we lost the second leg to Dortmund at home. So that one it finished. The score of the match finished 2-3 after extra time. We had goals from Bentaleb and Fernandez Pardo. And then it went to pens, which went 11-10. The only miss was Dusan Vlahovic, who must have transferred from Juve to Atalanta, missed his last pen, and we won on pens with Bentaleb scoring the winning penalty in the round of 16. So in every match from here on out, I had to do the whole look up the fast results kind of thing. So quarterfinals, we got Barcelona, who Lille never faced in a competitive game before, so I had to do the old 2 wins, 2 play, 2 draw, 2 sim kind of thing. So the first leg, we got draw, which finished 0-0, with our goalie being banned the match. That was kind of a bit of a drab affair with each. We only had 1 shot, Barca had 2 shots, pretty drab affair. Second leg, we got play, which we won 2-1. 2-1 with goals from Haralton and Jogrova, with Bentaleb finding the assist on Jogrova's match winner, which made him man of the match. Semifinals, we got Liverpool, who the record I think was what was it? I think it was 2 draws and a loss, or 2 losses and a draw as their record against Liverpool Lille. I think like it was obviously they've played this year in the group stage, which they lost, and they played I think in the Europa League like many years ago. So leg 1 was at home. We got sim for that one, slimmed it. I was expecting kind of not go out at this stage because obviously Liverpool were very strong this season in the Premier League and kind of faced basically the best team in Europe and PSG in the early round in Champions League got knocked out, but we managed to win the first leg 2-1, which with goals from Alexandro and Fernandez Pardo. Take a 2-1 lead into Anfield, which you'd think hopefully would be enough, and ended up being a pretty crazy ride game that went to extra time, 3-3 after extra time. So I think we scored 2 goals in extra time to kind of win the tie. So we had 2 goals from Akpom, 1 from Fernandez Pardo. So Chuba Akpom was man of the match in that one. And we managed to hold on for a 5-4 aggregate lead, face off against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. So we went through a pretty big gauntlet here. We went through Atalanta, who obviously won the Europa League a couple seasons ago, Barcelona, who are one of the top clubs in Europe, Liverpool, who won the Premier League and have Champions League pedigree, and then kind of the kings of the Champions League, Real Madrid. And in the final, as you can see here, much like the Cup, not actually, much of the cup I finished 1-1 went to pens, but unlike the cup, I got in play for this one because the only time these two have ever played was this season in the league phase, and obviously Real Madrid weren't up to their best this year in the Champions League, and Lille did beat them 1-0 in the league phase this year. So I got to play this match. Actually went down 1-0 early. I kind of did the big mistake you make playing as FIFA is you like take control of your center back and you like push them out to try and like stop something, and then this leaves a huge gap in behind. And with the quality of Real Madrid, it went to like Mbappe. I'm pretty sure and Mbappe scored. We went down 1-0. Fought and fought and fought, trying to like carve out a chance to get us an equalizer, and eventually kind of fluky goal. Like I think it was Courtois and Akpom kind of like right on top of each other. Akpom like was able to poke the ball around him and it like barely crossed the line, but it was enough. Sending things to extra time. After extra, I couldn't. Neither of us really find a breakthrough in extra time. Went to pens, and we won 4-3 on pens. So I don't know how much I'm going to include because I started like recording when I thought we might win. But I saved a penalty to give us like the lead, and then I was like in the whatever round. Like I guess it must have been the fourth round, so I scored 4. And then I was like, all right, I saved the pen the fourth round. Then it was the fifth round. If I score, we won. I was going to finish 5-3, but my pen got saved by Courtois, and then up stepped, I forget who it was. If I keep the clip, I'll probably show who it was who stepped up. They always take the pen, and they hit the crossbar and went over the bar, or like even just shot straight over the bar. I'm not entirely sure. I was just like delirious at that moment, because we won the Champions League. So we won the Champions League, did the double, 2 dramatic finals, kind of back-to-back weeks with pens. And so Nabil Bentaleb and crew doing the double. As I said, so that means this is going to be a one-year wonder kind of thing. So let's kind of, I guess, see how the other European competitions went. Looks like the Europa League was Jose Mourinho and Fenerbahce against Frankfurt, who Spurs took out in the quarterfinals on route to their Europa League glory. How far did Spurs get, I guess? Let's see that. Let's go back to the league phase. Spurs finished 4th, which they finished 5th in the league phase, if I remember correctly. And finished 4th. So the playoffs, we obviously don't care about there. Spurs they got Ajax and got absolutely stomped on. Jeez. All right. So Ange couldn't win his trophy in this one, but is what is IRL matters more. And we won Europa League IRL, so still buzzing all this time later. All right, let's see the Conference League. I guess probably the last competition, which Chelsea won as they did in real life, which isn't really a surprise because their quality compared to everyone else in the competition against Panathinaikos, I think is called. It's like the Greek, like they're one of the big Greek clubs. Let me see if this doesn't have the full name here. Panathinaikos. Panathin. Oh, I misspelled it here on my sheet. AI, yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, 3-1. So that's kind of all the competitions. I guess we don't get to see the trophy, kind of the French Super Cup, because we weren't in it. But yeah, so a pretty solid league season. It's taken way longer than I thought, so like ambling along here. So that was that. So next, I guess we could do board objectives, which I don't really do much here. Domestic success, obviously we succeeded. So you finished top 3 in the league to make it to the Champions League. Finished second. We were able to do more than reach semifinal. We won the cup, so we helped the board out there. Continental success. They just want us to reach the. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of something here. That's in my throat. But yeah, the board wants to reach quarters. We made it all the way to the final and won. Youth mount wasn't going to happen. Brand exposure, somehow we got 3 clean sheets in away matches. We did a lot of clean sheets. As you kind of saw by our like goal difference stuff, we had a very solid defensive record. And we got it done like really early in the season. Yeah, here we go. Got it done match days 6, 8, and then Champions League phase match. We got a 3-0 home victories against Le Havre, 0-0 draw against Monaco, and then a 2-0 victory against Madrid in the Champions League. Then financial, making 8 million profit from youth player sales. I obviously was trying to make progress. I made 5% of progress, which I think was like I sold from like 400 something K, I think. But yeah, it's kind of neither hither nor thither anymore. That's kind of that. But I guess in terms of that kind of stuff, we go to the home thing. Nope. Okay, let's go back to notifications. Go to the inbox. And we go to the archive here. We can kind of see all of my transfers and stuff. So if we go, I can also look at here to my other thing, transfers. Yeah, so Vito Manoni sold him to Le Havre for almost 900,000 euros. Mbappe's brother reloaned out to Brest. Titi we sold to Cesc Fabregas and Dele at Como for 3.9 mil. And then kind of because we were like didn't really have many strikers because I wanted to get Jonathan David out, he didn't fit our criteria, and he's on a 1-year deal. I was going to pull what they did in real life, kind of let him walk out of free, so I sold him to Barca, which is somewhere going to be right above there. So we needed kind of backup strikers, kind of playing at Haraldson as a striker and alongside Akpom as our stars. We need two backups, so went in and saw Dane Scarlett from Spurs, who kind of fit our criteria, available for loan, so I brought him in a 1-year loan. As I said, Jonathan Davis sold him to Barca, who we merely kind of overcome them in the Champions League. Then Ayub Wadi went out to a loan on Monaco. Ismaili went to Bournemouth for almost 4 million euros. Angel Gomez, another one who's going to walk for a free. I sold to Palace for 12.5 million euros. And then last sale is Yunus Lachab to Parma in Italy for almost 100,000 euros. And our other loan, this is kind of like a bit of a cheat, but it's kind of like it's good, but not. It's because the whole like we're like because England's not in the EU anymore. The whole kind of restrictions stuff about under 18 age players is Mason Mealy. Obviously, Spurs have signed him from his club from St. Pat's in Ireland, but because he was only 17 at the start of the season, he couldn't come until he can't. I think he's maybe 16. He's a youngster. Like he can't come to Spurs until he turns 18, kind of whole thing. Like with Luka Vuskovic, who's kind of coming this summer. So I kind of like counted him as like a Spurs player because like the loan options, it's like there weren't really that many great ones. And I was like, okay, he's like obviously a Spurs player, but not a Spurs player at the same time. So I thought he was close enough. It counted. So I brought him on the loan. And as you see here in the league, I won the Manager of the Month for October, I guess. How did we even do in October? I guess let's look here. Because we were kind of close to PSG for a little while. Then we kind of once we were getting farther in the cup competitions, in our second meeting with them, I was kind of like, screw it. Because like that, our second meeting against them in the league was in between the Coupe de France quarterfinal, and we're like won the Champions League round of 16. So I was like, it's gonna put a mad weak lineup and lost. So the gap went to like 9 points or 12 points at that point. There was no way we were catching back up. But October, what did we do in October? Oh, I guess we went unbeaten in October, right? Yeah, so we beat Toulouse 2-0, drew away with Monaco. See, those matches kind of mentioned earlier. Drew away with Monaco, and then in the derby beat Lens 3-0. So I guess that was good enough to win me Manager of the Month. Then kind of two players on expiring contracts were Cabela. He he was one I wanted to keep, but he never really approached me about kind of signing a new deal. So I was like, if he wants to leave, he wants to leave. And he went to Espanyol. Andre Gomez, he was on 2 year. He was like 2 years left on his deal. And there was a whole like I don't know if it's a glitch or like what it is. It's like they just like pick certain players that like have terrible like stamina. So their like stamina doesn't regen in between matches enough, so you like can't really play them as much as you want. As like he kept complaining and stuff like really early on in the season and requested a transfer. And we literally never got any offers until um like till like almost the end of the season in May when Leon made an offer. And it's like the funny thing is like his like morale basically went up to like happy by the end of the season because like I was like able to play him and stuff and messed around with his training, try and get him to be able to play more often and stuff. This is Bentaleb's backup. So he pulled that, and I forget who else pulled it. I forget. Someone I think maybe it was Fernandez Pie, like Fernandez, Fernandez Pardo. He might have pulled it too. Because they both had the same issue. They like would not get like their stamina back up in between matches. Like no matter what I seem to really try and do with the training plan stuff. But he left, and then the other thing, which I think I accidentally deleted the notification email from the game, was our other backup, Mark Aurel Calliard. He went on a free. I forget to where. I think Azad Alkmaar. He was going to leave on a free as well. So I had him up for sale, but no one wanted to bite. Obviously, he's a 6'7" overall keeper in his 30s. So he went on a free to AZ. So that was kind of it for ins and outs and transfers and all that. Right, let's see. Let's go back to player chat. Was Fernandez part of the other one who wanted to? Oh, easy way to look at it is the transfers, right? Because he'll be in the my transfer list. If we go to the transfer hub, and we go to transfer listed. Oh no, I think it was actually Cabelli. Like I wanted to keep him, and then he was like, I think he was the one who ended up complaining. The second one who ended up complaining, and then I was like, all right, your contract's burned, let's let you on a free then, because he complained and transfer listed himself. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, so we ended up really bringing no one in because I was gonna bring Dubravka in as our goalie's backup. Then we never got any offers for Cagliard, and I was like, all right, let's wait. They don't really need to strengthen the squad anymore. I brought the 2 loan players in, and all that good stuff. Yes, that's that. So just to wrap up here, last thing is we'll look at kind of player stats and stuff. So let's go to stats, and they are working. So yeah, Chevalier led the league on in clean sheets with 12. Cagliari was also up there with 8 because he ended up playing a decent amount because he went pretty far in the Cup and the Champions League. Center backs were doing good stuff. Mostly just gonna look at Bentaleb stats pretty much. Here's Andre Gomez. Yeah, he had to play a bunch of matches, but I don't really know why he played that much, but he played a bunch. There, Bentaleb had a pretty solid season for us. 5 goals, 8 assists in all competitions, which kind of actually he basically made an even amount of starts in the Ligue 1 and the Champions League, and got 6 goal contributions in the league, 5 in Champions League, and then another 2 in the Cup, which is pretty solid. And then Fernandez Pardo and Haraldson, Derica, Jagrova was also pretty good. Our forward line was pretty solid, doing a lot of kind of because we had the 2 strikers, and once the false line dropping, receiving the ball, and kind of spinning and turning balls over the top and through balls and stuff was a big strategy of mine when I played matches. And the Chuba Akpong, excellent season. 28 goals in all competitions, 10 goals in the league, 11 goals in the Champions League, which is pretty great stuff. Dane Scarlett on loan, pretty solid season, 13 goals in the league. And then Mason Melia, not as good, but still pretty decent with 3 goals, 7 assists in the league, I'd say. So that was a pretty good season from him. But yeah, I guess scroll back down to my boy Nabil Bentaleb here. So yes, this is a very successful kick quest. Did the double, did the cup and the Champions League, which is not what I was expecting at all. So another one where I thought it was going to take more than one season, ended up taking a season, but it is what it is. That's how it rolls sometimes. Pretty excited by it though. Bentaleb doing the double. So the next thing on the channel, not 100% sure yet. Once again, but should be something fun, whatever it is. So thank you for checking this episode out. So it'll end up being a longer kind of recap than I thought it was going to be because I kind of rambled and ambled on. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you check out whatever series is next on the channel as well. Thank you.
Full blast. Clinical as always in front of goal. And now he knows what's on the line. If he scores, they win. And there it is! That brings it to a conclusion, and a contrast in emotions. One team joyful, the other absolutely devastated.
Well, what drama, what scenes, and what a good finish to this game. It really has been exhilarating.
Well, in football, you don't forget these moments in a hurry. Due reward for their persistence and their overall excellence.
Well, it really has been engrossing today. Such a tight game, but you have to feel sorry for the losers. They were so close, but yet so far away.
And the party mood has enveloped the stadium. It's going to be quite the night of celebration here.
What a great moment for any young player. And this is what you dream about when you start playing football. When you're playing in the playground, you want to win a cup. Brilliant moment.
Yes, a special moment in the career of any footballer. And now for the trophy lift itself. The cup winners.
Well, you can just see what it means to those players and the manager. That's fantastic stuff.
There's always the element of chance in a cup competition, but my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth, and now they savour the moment. And the celebrations will be continuing long into the night. I think we can say that without any fear of contradiction.
And it's great to celebrate with the fans. They've made so much noise here. They've got right behind their team.
They certainly have. And the players greatly appreciate that. Always a joint effort on these big occasions. And now the players get to relax a bit and enjoy having the pictures taken.
Well, these photos will be cherished for years to come, won't they? Certainly ones to show the grandchildren.
And he's denied them from the spot. And now it truly is final. And we see the two sides of sport when the biggest prizes are decided. Such contrasting scenes.
Yeah, what a dramatic way to win. I think we can just about take a breath now. A brilliant achievement, though, and it's thoroughly deserved.
Well, they're not going to forget this for a long, long time. A proud moment for everyone involved with the club. And on the other side, well, in time they'll use this as a point of motivation. They've got this far, but it hurts without that one last step.
Yeah, it does, and you can see the difference in emotions from both teams. You've got to feel for them losing this way, but they're being respectful, which is great to see.
The celebrations in full swing. This is going to be some night. Well, those on the podium are already dancing in celebration as the rest of the players come up one by one, with the captain last in line, eyes on that trophy.
Well, they've really worked hard for this, haven't they? And this is their moment.
And after receiving congratulations, it is time to lift the trophy. And now the big moment, the trophy lift itself.
They played well, they deserve it. Now they can enjoy this moment. I know the fans certainly will.
And these are the moments that are special in the career of every player.
Well, the fans travel all over and they're enjoying these moments just as much as the players, and rightly so.
Yeah, it's a lovely touch for them to take the trophy over to their loyal band of supporters. Cameras are raised, everybody's getting a piece of this.
Well, Guy, did they learn these dance moves off you?
I'm tempted to throw a few shapes myself up here. This is wonderful to be a part of. Well, these players will be celebrating long into the night. This is what it was all for.
Definitely, these are the pictures that you look at long after you've finished playing.